2 years ago. He has been the inspiration behind Nanjala, who believes that in events where Kenya are not necessarily traditionally strong, they can still excel, and we saw that, didn't we, in the men's race. Big cheer from the crowd, big smile from Nanjala. Goes to the Matili school. These girls all lined up. There is Paula Torres, one of the two strongly fancied Ecuadorians. She's the second quickest of the two. There is Bekmez, representing probably European hopes, although of course the neutral athletes are Europeans. And Zhang, whose namesake won the boys' race. And the world leader, Glenda Morejon, 17-year-old from Ecuador, 21 minutes and 16 seconds, her personal best. So, 26 walkers lining up for the start of the girls' 5,000 meters race walk. Well, technique, discipline, speed, endurance, all important factors in this race. 13.5 laps of the track at the Kasarani Stadium.
And as they go off and away, you'll see them just past the sin bin area there, on the left of the screen, designated by the cones. And they'll open those out a little bit as well now that they've brought them all together in one group. And for the women's race walk, it's predominantly the same regulations. You can see yellow paddle being raised there. Now that's just a warning. Remember, you're in trouble if you're getting reds, and 3 reds will result in you going into the sin bin. But the significant difference in this 5,000 meter race walk is that if you are sin bin, you are in there for 60 seconds, not 120 that we saw in the boys' 10,000 meters.
Well, in that boys' race, we saw a very early break by a Kenyan, and this is what we are seeing in the women's race as well. Glenda Nanjala has decided, with those long legs, to try and force her way to the front there. She is very upright stance with the head tilted back. The arms play a huge part, of course, in providing propulsion forward, and Nanjala, rather like Ndigiti earlier, has decided to set down a marker and go off in front. Ndigiti ended up getting a bronze medal for his efforts. You can see the rest of the field rather more cautious behind 16-year-old Glenda Nanjala of Kenya.
Yes, very early stages, but that is a significant break away from the pack, isn't it, from the Kenyan? So, and at the moment, no suggestion of any warning, but she's gone out very fast in that race.
Of contact or bent knee. Just a reminder of the number of things that can go wrong for race walkers. The loss of contact means that the back toe cannot leave the ground until the heel and front has touched down, and the bent knee ruling is that the leg must straighten as it goes down from the point of contact and remain straight. And there are officials around the track who are keeping a very close eye on any transgressions. They will show a red card to any competitor who they feel has transgressed. It has to be 3 different judges, incidentally. You can't have the same judge showing the same athlete 3 red cards. If they get 3, they're into that sin bin. You just saw it at the bottom of your picture there, a little rectangle of red and yellow cones. And if they come out of the sin bin and then transgress again, they are disqualified, as we saw with Kumar in the men's race earlier. Nanjala is still in front. Zhang, the Chinese competitor, just nips in front of her. 9 laps to go in the women's walk.
Yes, and Zhang looking rather ominous there as she's made her way to the front, and you can see the Kenyan walker Nanjala has just been consumed a little by the field, and she's very boxed in there now with legs and feet all around her, so maintaining her rhythm is going to be difficult in that packed field behind her. Zhang, well, she's got some daylight, and she's just putting her foot down a little bit. Deorbeta has gone with her, and she looks very comfortable, doesn't she, on the left-hand side there. And there's Torres in the cap and the blue vest, who's just eased past them all.
Carla is still there. Rachel Deorbeta of Puerto Rico has also maintained a position towards the front of that pack. Look at Nanjala there on the left-hand side of your picture, gets big support on that particular stretch. Chalarca there of Colombia just beginning to lose pace with those leaders, and Torres has slipped back as well, and so has Nanjala, the Kenyan. So it is now 7 of them looking to be contesting.
And in fact, Nanjala, well, we have an update, John, here, that Nanjala is actually now on 3 reds. Let's watch Nanjala then. She'll come round towards the home straight, and the officials are waiting ominously for her, and they are now directing her towards the sin bin. So at 3,000 metres, 5 laps to go, the Kenyan finds herself in the sin bin, and she will have to wait there now for 60 seconds, which will see her slip right down through the field.
Doesn't want to break her rhythm. She's still walking around as the leading pack is now 5.
And it's now 4. And it's just starting to break up a little bit. They went through the last 1,000 metres in just over 4 minutes, having done 5 minutes for the first split between 1,000 and 2,000. So the pace has gone a little quicker, and that's our leading group there. 4 laps to go, led by the Ecuadorian Morejon, ahead of Casanova of a neutral vest for this competition. And then it's Bekmez, who had a yellow card warning a few moments ago, the Turk, who is sitting there in 3rd. And then look out for a Chinese walker, Zhang, who has been in and around that leading group since the outset. And can she hang on to them?
Well, Morejon has picked up a red card in the midst of all that. She's the first of the front runners to have done so. It was for loss of contact, but she is still out in front, and unless she picks up 2 more, she should be in contention with these 4 now. It looks like 3 from these 4 to take the medals. You just wonder whether the experience of Mariam Bekmez might come to bear. The Ecuadorians haven't competed very much outside their home nation, which is at high altitude, of course, on the Andean range in the northwestern corner of South America, but it's very, very difficult to separate these 3 at the moment.
Yeah, they did the last 1,000 metres in 4 minutes 25. So the pace going up. Now can Bekmez, as they go past the Kenyan, who remember was sin binned,
Neutrality, there's the bell, and they are 400 metres from home, but we're no closer to knowing who will come home first.
Well, this race is on, and it all comes down to 400 metres. After 4,600 metres of tactical, grueling walking. And Casanova is just passed for a moment, because here comes the Ecuadorian Morejon. And Bekmez also had passed her, but they're just exchanging the lead at the moment between these three. They will be the ones on the podium, barring any late disqualifications. Remember, the chief judge can do that in the last 100 metres if there's a major infringement, but it's Morejon in front at the moment, with the number 4 on the left thigh, and Casanova trying to make a move, and Bekmez, the Turk, is there as well. Bekmez right on the shoulder of Morejon inside the last 200 metres of this race, and Bekmez is going for the front and is trying to pull away. They've got to get past someone there as they lap another athlete from further back down the field. Casanova's losing touch. It could have to be bronze for the neutral athlete, but Morejon goes back to the front, and here comes Bekmez as well. It's shoulder to shoulder inside the last 100 metres. They've got to keep their techniques right here. The race is right on. The judges are watching carefully, and they are neck and neck as they come to the line in this 5,000 metres final. Bekmez, Morejon up to the line. This is going to be so close, and Morejon finally breaks away, and she crosses the line first in the 5,000 final, and Bekmez is beaten to second. Casanova gets the bronze in third. They will have watched that last 100 metres very, very closely indeed, as those two went side by side down the home straight, and Morejon crossed the line first, and look at what it's taken out of some of them. Zhang, who was up there for so long, comes in as well. What a performance from these girls, and the tears for Morejon. Well, it was a real battle in that last 100 metres or so with Bekmez, and it's just worth remembering at this point that in that last 100 metres, the chief judge will be watching very, very closely to confirm there's no infringement. But the victory is going to Morejon of Ecuador. She's the world under-18 champion in the 5,000 metres race walk. With Sinbin, the Kenyan, still managed to produce a personal best despite spending 60 seconds in the Sinbin.
Bronze medalist as an authorized neutral athlete, Elvira Casanova. Silver medalist representing Turkey, Meryem Bekmez. Gold medalist and under-18 world champion representing Ecuador, Glenda Morejon. Please stand for the national anthem of Ecuador.
Wimbo wa taifa wa Ecuador.
medalists for the 5,000 meter race walk.
So the three girls celebrating the medals in the 5,000 meters race walk.